Hey, what's going on, Pack fans? Welcome to Pet to the Peak YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at Smeargle, Eldegoss, Inteleon deck list for the standard format. So this is the deck list that I actually built today when I was going through the set of the cards and thinking what should I play today for the fun. Obviously, when I saw that Smeargle with the live painting attack, I was pretty surprised that this card can potentially hit for like 210 damage plus 30, 240 max damage in theory for just a single Twin Energy, but in order to do that you need to reveal 8 different basic energy cards from your hand. Actually 7 plus that 30 damage that already live painting is dealing, which is really not that easy. But on the other side, once you're able to reveal those energies, you can one-hit knockout a lot of V Pokemons, almost some VMAXs with 2 Inteleons at your turn for the pink with the quick shooting, and then turn after with 4 more damage counters in theory. So theoretically speaking, Smeargle is definitely playable. I mean, the weakest point of the Smeargle is 80 HP, unfortunately, but it also have pretty decent support, I should say. We have Cotton Lift Eldegoss that can, once during turn, search the deck for up to 2 basic energies, and then we can put them into our hands. So theoretically speaking, if we set up 2 Eldegoss in play, each turn we can search the deck for 4 basic energies and put them into our hand. And additionally, with the Training Court, if we have energy in our discard pile, we can always put it back into our hand. As you can see on the deck list, I'm not using a single copy of the Energy Surge. That's the reason, because Energy Surge can only provide us with 1 energy card, so I rather decided to go just with the Eldegoss instead. But theoretically speaking, you can technically play 4 copies of Energy Surge instead of the Eldegoss, but long run, Eldegoss is probably better in my opinion. Additionally, we have 4 copies of Sobble, 3 copies of Drizzile with the shaded dealings for the item search, 2 copies with of the quick shooting Inteleon, as well as 1 copy of shaded dealing Aqua Bullet Inteleon. So theoretically, if we are not able to hit heavy with the Smeargle live painting, we can always try to set up one of those 2 Inteleons, especially the Aqua Bullet one, and then we can try to Raihan and try to hit for 120 damage and put 20 damage to one of our opponent benched Pokemon. Theoretically speaking, as long as we are not playing against the Dragapult that can spread the damage and Rapid Strike or Shifu, I'm safe to say that this deck can actually beat almost any other deck in the format. I'm not gonna say pretty easily, but there's a definitely chance that you can play competitive match against almost everything else, because you can trade 1 prize for potentially 2 or 3 prize cards, which is good. Once you manage to set up, you're just good to go for the knockout after knockout, or at least 2-hit knockout against V or VMAX decks. So no question about that. So yeah, we are playing 4 copies of Smeargle with live painting as the main attacking Pokemon. We have 2 Gossifleur and 2 Eldegoss for that Cotton Lift ability, and then, as I mentioned earlier, 4-3-2-1 line of the Inteleon. Inteleon can also be used as supporting attacking Pokemon as well as the second attacking Pokemon, because we can always power it up with the Raihan and Energy. Additionally, for the Pokemon setup, we are playing 4 copies of Quick Ball, 4 copies of Level Ball, and 4 copies of Evolution Incense. So with the Quick Ball, we can discard theoretically energy from our hand, so we can later pick it up with the Training Court, which is really important. Additionally, with the Quick Ball, we can set up Sobble, Gossifleur, Smeargle. With the Level Ball and Evolution Incense, we can also search the deck for the Smeargle and Gossifleur, Sobble, and Drizzile. Also with Evolution Incense Eldegoss, Eldegoss is actually 80 HP, so it can also be searched by the Level Ball, as well as those Inteleon. So we have a lot of cards that can help us to search and set up pretty fast. Additionally, we also play one copy of Energy Retrieval, so we can put the basic energies from discard pile back into our hand, as well as one copy of the Ordinary Rod, so we can recycle either way, 2 of the Pokemons in combination with 2 of the basic energy cards. Then we also have some tech cards like Scoop Up Net ×1 and Tool Scrapper ×1 as well. Additionally, 2 copies of a Training Court for the Stadium decision that I mentioned earlier. Speaking about supporter cards, I'm playing 4 copies of Marnie with 3 copies of Professor Research, as well as 2 copies of the Boss's Orders. Switch one of your opponent bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. And Raihan, of course, ×2, because when one of our Pokemon was knocked down during our opponent last turn, we can attach basic energy from discard pile to one of our Pokemon, and if we do, we can also search the deck for a card and put it into our hand, which is really, really broken in my opinion. Why? Because sometimes if we have Training Court in play, we can attach energy with the Raihan onto the Smeargle, for example. Then we can retreat that Smeargle to another Smeargle, and with the Raihan we can also search the Twin Energy, so we can attach Twin Energy, grab the energy from discard pile with the Training Court, and if we have enough energies into our hand, we can just reveal them to our opponent and simply knock him out. Additionally, deck plays 4 copies of Twin Energies that can be attached to Smeargle, so Smeargle can use that live painting, as well as on the Waterfall Inteleon. Unfortunately, cannot be used on Inteleon with the Aqua Bullet. Theoretically, it can, but you really want to avoid doing that. And additionally, as you can see, 1 copy of Darkness, 1 copy of Fighting, 1 copy of Fire, 1 copy of Grass, 1 copy of Lightning, 1 copy of Metal, and 1 copy of the Psychic Energy, as well as the 1 copy of Water Energy. So I actually miscalculated myself. We are playing 8 different basic energy cards, so theoretically speaking 8 times 3 is 240, so with the live painting we can hit for 270 damage, and with 2 pings out of the Inteleon, that damage can be increased up to 290 in total. So theoretically speaking, 1 turn we can deal 290 damage maximum, which is really remarkable, because at the following turn we can quick shooting 2 more times for 40 damage, and that can be enough for the knockout against any VMAX in play, literally any VMAX in play, which is really, really broken. So theoretically speaking, this is a very interesting deck list that can be built for probably around $30 US or something like that. Definitely built on the budget. The most expensive cards are those Drizziles and Inteleons, but once they see the reprint, and probably they will with the Rapid Striker Shifu deck coming in the Battle Arena version, they're probably going to be like, you know, $1 or something like that. So this is the deck list that I will use in today's video. So if you already didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell, and likes up so you don't miss any future video. Also, if you're looking to buy maybe any of these cards, you can check ccgcastle.com. Link will be provided in the description. Okay, let's move on to the game test so you can see how this deck works in action. So see you in the game. So by going second, theoretically, I can deal some damage to my opponent with the live baiting. It all depends on how many energies I can get. Probably not too many, but still, it's possible to do a little bit of the damage. So I have Level Ball, and I have 1 copy of Drizzile sitting in my hand, plus I also have those Marnies as well. And another Smeargle is a top deck, which is a very good top deck card for me. Playing versus probably one of the strongest decks currently in the standard format. It is Single Striker Shifu VMAX featuring Umbreon. Alright, Umbreon VMAX. So, energy attached to Single Striker Shifu for another Umbreon that goes down to the bench. And my top deck is a Tool Scrapper. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's probably safe to say that we need to go with Drizzile, and additionally with Twin Energy to the bench at Smeargle, and I'm gonna use this Marnie. Training Court, Quick Ball into Eldegoss. So Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. And that's it for now. That's it for now. Unfortunately, I don't have Drow Supporter, which is really bad, but hopefully I can get one. If this Smeargle... Oh, just a laser focus. Okay, so it looks like my opponent doesn't have supporter card in his hand as well, which is really good. Oh, and Professor Research at the top deck. That's perfect, which means that theoretically I can retreat my active Smeargle, but let's see if we let's try to be a bit more greedy and see if we can get maybe more out of it. So there's a Drizzile. With the Drizzile, I can theoretically get into the hand something like another Level Ball. I do have Marnie, so I'm gonna try to set another copy of Sobble on the bench. Unfortunately, I can hit only for 210 damage. I was short for one energy card in order to one-hit knife my opponent's single striker Shifu. That would be pretty awesome. But I mean, even hitting for like 210, it's not bad at all. Next turn probably we will have enough for the knockout anyways, so I'm not playing Energy Surge. That might be a problem, that might not be a problem. I decided rather not to play the Energy Surge. I decided to go with those Raihans because sometimes we might need the support from the Inteleon as well as Raihan on the Smeargle. And that's the reason why I decided rather to have a bench space for... Oh, so interesting. We can right now just ping that Shifu and take the knockout against him, for example. But in this scenario, I'm gonna use boss's orders, and I will definitely catch that Umbreon. And additionally, I can also take one more energy into my hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go with the water energy attachment to the Drizzile, just in case. And live baiting, so we can one-hit knock out that Umbreon and take 2 prize cards. There we go. So just in case, if he knocks that Smeargle out, which probably he will, even if he evolves into VMAX, then I can at least try to prepare the Drizzile for Inteleon and maybe potentially knock the single striker Shifu V or VMAX with my Inteleon, which will be the game plan here. With 2 copies of Marnie and so many energies sitting in my hand, if I play Marnie, all those energies are gonna go to the bottom of the deck. But I simply need to do that. Okay, I was not hoping for this Inteleon, but at the end, even that Inteleon is not that bad, to be honest. Because I can expand my bench by a little bit. There is a Level Ball, which can be then for another Smeargle, just in case of the knockout. Another energy attachment for sure, and let's go with the Marnie. Yes. Oh, perfect. There's also Twin Energy for the next turn, and I'm just thinking about getting that energy in my hand or not. Let's go with it. Let's also use that Cotton Lift as well. So right now I have 3 energies sitting in my hand. If he knocks me out, I will also have extra 2 energies with the Energy Retrieval, so potentially 5 energies. And the only thing that I'm gonna need will be that boss's orders potentially for the knockout against Crobat, as long as this board stays as it is. So there is a capture energy that will put another single striker Shifu, as well as the Tower of Darkness and Professor Research, meaning that only VMAX or Shifu VMAX can save my opponent for potentially one more turn. But the worst thing for him is the fact that without 2 more energies, he can't even one-hit knock at my Inteleon. But if he attaches energies, oh, there is a Dark Signal for Smeargle instead of the Eldegoss. Okay, I still have another Smeargle in play, so I don't care too much about that. So energy 40. So how many damage I need to deal? 290. That's impossible. That's impossible, unfortunately. It's impossible to deal so many damage. I can already say that. Also, I can't benefit from 2 water energies anyways, so let's just go with the retreat. Level Ball for the Drizzile. Then 1 copy of a Quick Ball, so I can set up another Inteleon for the following turn. And what I really want to do here, I want to get that boss's orders for the following turn. Also 2 energies are gonna go down to my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 180, 180, 220, and if I hit for 130, I will have enough for the knockout next turn. So I can also use boss's orders and potentially win that game. I completely forget about that. Okay, let's then just go with the boss's orders and energy retrieval. Well played. I completely forget that I can also knock the Crobat Twee on the bench for the last 2 prize cards. So there we go. That's the GG. So who would thought that Smeargle can outplay single striker Shifu VMAX and claim the victory against it? I mean, personally, I know that it's possible, but in theory, probably if he was able to, you know, set up properly and fast enough, I might not win the game, but who knows. What I can say for sure that Marnie definitely bricked my opponent in hand, and I was able to draw completely through the end of the game pretty decent, so that's the reason why I won the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Also check the CCG Castle if you're looking to buy or sell your Pokemon collection. Yeah, and that's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more videos. We'll see you next time, so till then, have a nice day and goodbye.